Your Excellency, the committee and the judges of East Java Vocational Education English Competition 2025. The Honorable Audience, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Andrea Yulisia from State Vocational High School 1 Brokel, Kediri. On this occasion, I would like to tell you a legendary story of my hometown. The great king whose legend still lives in the hearts of the Javanese people, especially the prophecies carried across generations. The legend of Sri Aji Joyoboyo. The land of Java, Kediri Kingdom, the proper king with vision high. Stories of Joyoboyo forever be famous. Long ago, in the rich and fertile land of Java, there was a kingdom known as Kediri. It was a type of harmony between nature and people, where rivers flowed freely and the mountains stood guard like ancient spirits. This was the era of legendary rule, Sri Aji Joyoboyo, a name that would be remembered for centuries as a proper king, a philosopher, and a visionary. Under the guidance of Resi Snawamurti, Joyoboyo studied ancient scriptures, meditated in caves, and mastered spiritual disciplines. One day, while walking with his teacher, Resi Snawamurti, Joyoboyo paused and stared at the sky. Guru, why do the stars speak to me at night? Why do I see cities that float and towers of fire that reach the sky? Joyoboyo asked, his eyes reflecting the heavens. The Snawamurti looked at the boy with a quiet wonder. You have the gift of foresight, my prince. Vision of the distant future come to you as dreams. Do not fear them. In time, you will understand. When he turned 17, a great council was held. The king of Kediri, having no heir, proclaimed Joyoboyo as his successor after a divine vision in his sleep. The royal astrologers confirmed the prophecy, and the coronation was held under a total eclipse. The people cheered. Long live Sri Aji Joyoboyo! The king will seize tomorrow. As king, Joyoboyo governed with unmatched wisdom. He created schools for the poor, reformed the tax system, and built great libraries filled with palm leaf manuscript. One evening, King Joyoboyo walked around in a quiet village. He saw many kids singing and playing around in the rice field. Cuplak-cuplak suweng ngiting gelenter, membuka tudung kuda, lepakan tolel-lalel, sapang guyun dali ake, sir pangdali kapang, sir pangdali kapang. Suddenly, there was an old farmer named Pak Ranu who spoke to him without recognizing the king. The taxes grow heavy, sir. If only the king knew our burden. Joyoboyo, smiling gently, replied, Perhaps the king listened more than you do. Tell me, what would you say to him if you were here? Pak Ranu sighed. I would ask him not for gold, but for justice and peace. A ruler must not only conquer, but understand the cries of the earth. That night, the king returned to his palace and issued a decree reducing the taxes on rice farmers. Joyoboyo's greatest legacy lay in his prophecies. During deep meditation, he received vision of things never before imagined. From the north shall they come, Herod, pale-skinned and cruel, riding ships of thunder and wielding fire never sleeps. They will rule with grief, and the land shall mourn. Yet he also gave hope. In the time of greatest sorrow shall rise Notonegoro, a leader from the people whose name is Justice, who shall restore balance and truth. This vision were written in the Jangka Joyoboyo, a collection of poetic riddles and metaphors passed down in secret through generation. In his later years, Joyoboyo fasted and meditated for 40 days and nights in the sacred forest of the Willis Mountain. On the final day, lightning struck the peak of the mountain. His body has vanished. The villagers believe he did not die, but entered moksha. A legend grew, Joyoboyo beneath the mountain, waiting to return when Java is in its darkest hour. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the story of King Aji Joyoboyo. Thank you for your attention. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.